I think that the level of a lack of specifics about how these new media are going to come to function in the coming decade, that lack of specificity, it should be both troubling and a challenge. I think that this year there was a better flow. The fact that in the morning you had the things dealing with advertising and persuasion, PR, and I thought the keynoter in the morning was just excellent because McManus really related the whole persuasion function well in terms of what happens in communication and mass communication, how are people persuaded and all that. So I thought it was just an excellent morning. I thought the afternoon, the political thing was just dynamite. And I totally enjoyed the interaction between Phil and then his panelists. So it was excellent. And then I thought the session on the visual dimension was an improvement over last year's the visuals that we had last year, though I felt that the staging, if you will, of the visual presentation was not nearly as effective as it could have been. Our keynote speaker at the end was a nice dessert. There's an example of a human who follows her own drummer. She is her own drummer. I could only see parts of it, but I did kind of keep track of it. I thought that there were really some headlines that I'm trying to think his last, Mr. Denniston made. I thought there were some real headlines, and when he made them, I kind of watched over for Twitter to see how long it took for it to show up, and it was pretty quick. Do I utilize Twitter? Well, now let's see. I couldn't tell a fib and get by with it, because then you'd have some follow-ups that I'd hopelessly be lost in. So the answer is no. My wife and I are really quite thrilled about how this year's symposium came about. And that means also we're very pleased about the audience. I mean, it's a wonderful audience. In 50 years, journalism education has gone through some big downs. OU has never lost its way. And OU has never lost the its mission. It's never lost its centricity. And so many journalism schools did.